Everybody, welcome back to the channel. This morning I'm going to be working on my transmission oil pan. I got a new pan that's deep, and it's going to add, I think, 3 more quarts of oil to the transmission to help keep it cool. Here's what the pan looks like. It's a stamped, or it's actually not stamped steel. This one's actually cast aluminum, and I'm going to be drilling and tapping in the side of it an 1/8 inch MPT hole. Here's the tap for that. And the sensor's right in here. I'm going to be taking this sensor out of this adapter and putting this sensor in the side of my transmission pan so that I can measure my transmission temperatures. It's going to come in handy when I'm doing that burnout at the No Name Nationals, so I can keep an eye on how hot my transmission's getting. This transmission in the truck is pretty old. I plan on rebuilding it as soon as I get a chance. I don't have a chance before No Name Nationals because that's only 28 days away. So let's get this thing switched around and start drilling and tapping this thing. All right, so I'm gonna be drilling and tapping right about here. This is the back of the pan. It's the driver's side rear of the pan. Back here is actually the very back. So right here it gives me enough room to clear my shifter linkage, and it's just easier to get to and run my wires up to the cab from right here. So we'll get started and get that drilled out right there. Alright, we got the hole drilled. Now we're going to get this tap threaded down in there. Alright, we've got threads in there now. Come on, focus. There we go. Threads are cut in there. We're going to put some Teflon tape on this thing here. Screw that in there, get it tight. And that will read our transmission fluid temperature right there. Just hook one wire up to this, goes up here to the back of the gauge. Man, ain't nothing wanting to focus today. Alright, right on the back of the gauge you have your ground, your ignition switch, and then your pressure or your temperature switch. Real easy to hook up, and that will give me my transmission temperature. So I'll get some thread put on this, we'll get it threaded back in, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, for those who have not used Teflon tape very much, and you know, putting it on, there's lots of things you put it on. So when you screw your threads in, you want to put your tape on so that it doesn't come off as you're screwing it in. So the way I like to do it is turn it backwards, then you fight with it a little bit, then you put it on like this. And with the tail of it going in this direction, as I spin it right, the tail just folds over. If you spin it left, it peels it right off. So if you was going the other way with it, when you turned it right, it would come off. So there is a correct way to put Teflon tape on threads. Looks like I may have a little bit too much, so let's take just a little bit of that off. Yes, you can have too much. I'll tell you what, let me grab some thread sealer. I'm going to put a little bit of paste on here also, just for added protection. Alright, this here is a Loctite thread sealer. It's just a paste. This tube is kind of old. I've had it for a while. Don't take much, just a little bit. Just a little bit to coat the threads. Now when that sets up good, it'll be sealed extra. That is a 12 millimeter. That should do it right there. Now we'll let that set, and I'll install this. I don't know if I'm gonna get it on tomorrow. I know today I got to work tonight. I just got off work this morning. I thought I'd get it all set up, but when I get off work tomorrow morning, I may crawl under the truck and drop the other pan off and try to get this one bolted up. So anyway, it's got to get done. The sooner the better. 28 days, no name nationals. Appreciate you tuning in to the channel, and this is where I'm at on candy cane transmission pan right now. I still got to do exhaust and flamethrower kit. I got to bleed the brakes. The brakes are working. I just got to get them bled. I did it just to pedal up, so I've got a full pedal now. And I've got a list. I got a list of things. I'm tired, just got off work. So thanks for tuning in. It's Big Block 402, and I'm gone.